Do you
Good,
introduce myself?
Good afternoon and welcome to Tea Time with Miss Liz. Today in the studio I am joined with Jack Bambo, and I'm going to give you a little bit on Jack, and then he's going to take the stage over and he's going to share a little bit about all the incredible things he's doing in his community and country. So let me get this here. So Jack Bambo is married. He is a teacher by profession, Bachelor of Education, Mathematical and Geography from Moi University, and having a Master's of Arts degree, Environment Planning and Management from University of Nairobi. He is the founder and director of a legally registered grassroots organization called Light-Yuri. He has traveled across Africa, Europe, and USA. Light-Yuri is a nonprofit organization formed in 2009 to feed, clothe, and shelter and educate orphaned, abandoned street children, sexually abused, and exploited girls, in addition to empowering girls and women. We are located in rural Uriri, Migori County in Kenya. They currently serve 550 most valuable children, out of which 60 are permanent residents at our safe haven light home of hope. And I'm going to let Jack share a little bit on all of the incredible things that he's doing and all the incredible kids that he is making a difference in their lives. So Jack, share away.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity, because this is something which is very amazing. I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to meet the rest of the viewers. So thank you, viewers, and welcome to our Tea with Liz. So my name is Jack Bambo. I'm the founder and the director of Light Uriri. Light Uriri runs 3 major programs. One is the school, and the other one is the home. Then the third one, we run volunteer programs. So based on these 3, I'm happy to report that we have over 560 children, and these are basically most vulnerable children in our society. When we talk of most vulnerable, I'll be talking about the orphans, the abandoned, street children, and the sexually abused children, and especially girls. So what we do, we ensure that these children are provided for. For instance, we ensure that they get food, they get clothing, they get shelter, which is accommodation. They also get medical health care, and they also get education. And this is only possible through people who come in on board through sponsorship programs, where they can support 1 or 2 of the things that the kids need. The more important thing that we need to talk about is the issue of feeding and education, because without education, then we'll be doing nothing at all. So with education, we are able to transform our communities from poverty to self-sustaining individuals. Thank you.
So Jack, what was it that made you start this foundation? Was it a personal reason? Was it because you wanted to make a difference in the country?
Okay, I'll be able to start from one thing, because personally I'm a beneficiary of child education sponsorship. When I graduated from my primary levels, I had to join secondary school. I did not have adequate fees. My parents could not afford to pay my fees. So what happened is that through my head teacher, or called the principal at the St. Joseph's School, Rapogi, I was able to talk with my head teacher, who is the principal, who was also able to talk to some of the missionaries who were able to pay my school fees. I graduated and passed with flying colors. I managed to join a university. At the university, I took Bachelor of Education, where I managed to graduate with Bachelor of Education, Maths and Geography option. Then thereafter, I got a job with the World Bank, where I did my internship and a volunteer program for 6 months. Thereafter, I joined another non-governmental organization which handles things with environmental issues. It's called the East African Wildlife Society. So with them, I worked as the national coordinator for the Kenya Forest Working Group. Through this group, I was able to maneuver my ways and manage to know how NGOs, non-governmentals work. So with them, I took a loan with the Art Circle Society, then built the first 2 classrooms at Light School. With that, I was meant to give back to my community, and that's how I started. So that's what basically I can say how we started as Light Uriri.
So, Jack, you are looking for sponsors for some of the children, I believe, right?
Yes,
And I believe this is one of the little girls that you're looking for a sponsor for, right?
sure. Genevieve Myra is one of the sponsors because she was sexually abused, and through that we are able to find a number of sponsors because we look for sponsors in terms of those who are highly in need of sponsorship, because we don't just, otherwise we'll be supporting each and everyone, but we have a category of kids who need help. One of them or a number of them are orphans, the street children, the abandoned, and more so the sexually abused girls. So through that we are able to have our category of those who really qualify to benefit from our scholarship and sponsorship program.
And how would people go about sponsoring a child?
You're saying?
Like if you wanted to sponsor Maya, how would you go about that?
Or if you want to sponsor a child, one thing, we have those on our website, but when we have sexually abused children, we don't post them on our website. Why? Because we want to protect their identity, we want to protect their dignity, and that's why we don't put them on our website, because otherwise we'll be infringing on their rights, and also we'll be associating them with the stigma associated with the child rape and child sexual abuse. So with those ones, we'll be able to talk directly with the people willing to sponsor a child. So if you want to sponsor a child, there are two things. Get in touch with us. We will share photos with you of the kids and the category where they fall in. If they're sexually abused, what we'll do, we'll share with you the picture and the information, the year of birth, and the gender, so that you can be able to make informed decision. So when we talk of girls who are sexually abused, we always put the photo and share with you in your inbox, so that we can be able to protect the child and protect the identity of the child, because some of the child cases are still ongoing in our court cases. So we don't want to jeopardize the court cases. So what we do it in your inbox, so that you can be able to sponsor a child whom you have full details and information about her or him.
Okay. So, and what difference do you see your program making with the children in your community?
Okay, the difference that we are making is that based on the requests that we receive in a week, it shows that something is happening. And for this something to happen, it means that we are making some positive impact in the lives of the children and the community that we serve. For instance, for us to ensure that a child is legible for our programs, we have to ensure we have home visits to areas where these kids come from.
Okay.
Then based on that, we are able to judge whether this child really fits within our criteria that we have, that ensures that we give the most needy kids. Thank you.
So, Jack, what would you like to see happen by being on today's Tea Time?
In this institution and outside the institution, one, the government need to ensure that they enhance the patrols. They also ensure that they enhance the issue with monitoring of the policies that they make. because without the policy implementation, you can do a good policy, but without its implementation, proper implementation of policies is lacking here in the country. And if we can enhance their implementation, then we'll be able to address the issues that affect our children, the issues that will affect our women, and the issues that will affect our society. Because without the policy being implemented as per the letter, then we'll be able to be saying we are failed state.
So, and how many people are working with you with this organization?
Okay, within Light Uriri, we have 560 children.
Okay.
These are most valued children under our care. 60 out of these are permanent residents at Light Home of Hope. Then we have 13 teachers, we have 2 casual laborers, and 2 gardeners. With this, we are able to transform, we are able to deliver our mandate, we are also able to teach, we are also able to ensure that our gardens and flower gardens are properly cared for. Because we also have the matron and the patron who are in the school 24 hours a day, so that during the school time they are able to know which child is sick, which child needs help, and which child needs proper care. And at night they are also able to know which child did not eat, which child needs additional care, and which child is sick, so that they can be able to take them to the hospital. Thank you.
And as you all can see, for all the viewers out there, I have added the website so you can see some of these amazing kids that Jack is making a difference in their lives. The website is there. They do have different options. They have donation, they have support, they have volunteer. Check out their website. So, Jack, you are doing an incredible job where you are. Keep it up. Amazing. I've checked out the website. I've checked out some of these amazing kids, and you are truly a godsend for these little ones. So you work with a lot of the sexual abused children, right? So how
Yes.
do you hear about these stories? Do the authorities come to you and say that these children are abused? Like, how do you find these children?
Okay, one thing and something very unique is that we have a social network. This social network brings in widows, it brings in children. So through these networks, we are able to get phone calls about issues that are happening in our community. So we call them social networks because it brings a number of stakeholders. It brings the government together, the civil society, we also have the private sector and the community. So through these networks, we are able to get information firsthand. If there's an issue that needs to be addressed in the community, what they do is to call us. Then we link up with the relevant authorities and especially the government. We have the Ministry of Gender and Social Services, which we really work closely with. They'll always be able to call us and let us know what is happening, where and when, and what needs to be done as they carry out their investigations.
So what is the number one thing that you're getting back as feedback from the children? Like, what are the children telling you?
If I go back to the kids to tell them something about what we do, one is that they need to take life simple. Another thing is that things may be hard on them because of poverty levels, because of unemployment, because of social injustices, because of issues with breakup in marriages. But what we tell them is that there is hope, there is second chance. As long as you embrace the second chance, there's always time to pick up from where you left. If there's something which went wrong, you can be able to correct it. Though you cannot erase all of it, you can be able to mend fences. Another thing, you can also be able to pick up from where you left and ensure that we care and take care of the kids that are under our care.
So you also empower women and the young ladies and all that. So how do you empower them? Do you have like a program part of that empowerment or workshops or?
We have 3 empowerment programs. One, we have an annual medical camp. The annual medical camp brings in medical practitioners and the community, where we do a lot of tests. We have breast cancer tests.
Okay.
We also have malaria tests. We also have a number of small diseases, the community disease controls, which needs to be tested so that we can be able to treat them. Another thing that we also do, we also have a goat projects where we give female goats to widows. The goats are able to multiply faster than any other livestock that are kept in our village. So what we do, we give women female goats which are able to breed. As they breed, they are able to raise more goats which they can be able to sell. They can be able to get milk from that, and the excess, the surplus, they can be able to raise enough money that can help them feed their kids and also pay some school fees. Then the third one is where we have tailoring unit, where women participate in dressmaking, beads making, where they make necklaces, earrings, and also jewelries, which can be sold locally. And through this, they can be able to raise some funds, which can be able to help them in feeding their families and also pay some fees for their kids. That's what we have for the Women Empowerment Project.
So I also see that you bring awareness to discrimination and violence. So how do you bring that into the program as well?
Or the awareness program, what we do, we use also, again, I talked of the social network. The social network brings in the government, private sector, and the community. The networks meet on a monthly basis where they can be able to discuss issues affecting the community. They can be able to have the solutions among themselves and be able to implement those issues. Then the next thing that also we talk about, we use local vernacular radio stations to pass on our messages. We also have flyers, brochures, and our website is also one of the key tools that we use to pass on our messages about social injustices and the things that need to be worked on in our community.
So you also do drug and substance abuse. So is there programs for that as well, Jack?
This is a problem, a major problem, because Migori, if you look at, if you Google, we are neighbors with Tanzania.
Okay.
And the Tanzania produces a lot of marijuana. Marijuana crosses the border, and when it reaches the Kenyan border, much of it is being sold in black market because it fetches a lot of money. Many people try to associate with it as business. The youth also try to use it because they think it makes them be high and also be regarded as people who have something to offer in the community. So marijuana, alcohol abuse. When we talk of alcohol, we have locally brewed brews, which female and young youth use to fetch money and also to create employment. So this is being abused sometimes because when you overindulge in it, then it will affect you as an individual and also as a community at large.
So I'm seeing in the bio that there's child marriage. Can you explain to me what that's all about, the child marriage?
When we talk of child marriage, is where a child, because the consent age in Kenya is 18. So you find that some communities, the Maasai and the fishermongers, especially in Migori, these are kids who are below 18 years. They are between 13 and 17 years of age. So you'll find that some of them get engaged with older people who are perceived to be married or perceived to be rich. So you find that the parents will offer them to those people. Then they're said to be married to those people. You'll find that the age difference between the girls and the people who marry them is between 15 and 20 years of age. And that's something which we need to worry about, because
For sure, yeah.
these are people who are still school going age, because at the university you'll find at 22, 24 years of age. But when you get married between 13 and 17, then it's something which we need to be concerned about.
So how does that work? Is that like pre-arranged marriages? Like, do the parents sell their children? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, these are pre-arranged marriages,
Okay.
where the girl has no choice, the girl has no voice, the girl has no option but to marry what the parents have pre-arranged and have organized in advance.
So do the parents get paid for this?
Yeah, the parents get paid for it, and they also get property in terms of livestock, in terms of cows, in terms of goats.
Wow.
That's what is being used to get these girls get married.
Wow. Yeah, we need
Yes.
more. We need more organizations like yours to bring awareness and stop this, because this is sad. Like, it's
Yeah,
you're
and
destroying
awareness
children's
is
lives,
the,
right?
yes, advocacy and awareness is the key.
Yeah, and that's what I'm huge on awareness. We need to bring awareness. We need to start sharing. We need to start speaking, and this is what this platform is for: is
Sure.
to get that awareness out there. And that's why, Jack, I offered you to be on Teatime, because I believe your organization is making huge impact on children's lives, and we need more like yours out there.
Sure.
So, do you do any?
We need
Do you do any
awareness.
tea ceremonies with the school, with the children? Like, how do you guys serve tea in Kenya?
In tea.
Tea.
Okay, we have tea which is served twice. One is served in the morning, very early in the morning. Then we have another one at 4. So when we talk early, we talk about 10, because very early in the morning, which is around 6, 7, we have porridge. Then at 10, we have tea being served. And when we talk of tea, is Kenyan tea. We have good quality tea grown in Kenya. So we have 10 o'clock tea, then we have 4 o'clock tea. So this is, we serve it on daily basis for both the teachers and the students and our care.
So is that like a spiritual thing or an empowerment thing, or is that like a ritual in your country, like to have it at 10 and 4?
No, what we do use the mugs. We use the cups. We
Okay.
then use the thermo flasks. We have thermo flasks. You know the flasks. So we have thermo flasks, and we also have the cups, the mugs. Not even the cups. We have the mugs, because kids feel that the cups are too small, so they have the mugs, which are plastic mugs. I'll be able to show you later after the interview. I'll be able to show you the mugs that we use to serve the tea. Then it can be strong tea. When we talk of strong tea, is the black tea, which you are known of. Then when we talk of milk, we talk of white tea, but we have to have tea in it. Then the tea is brewed as it boils. It's brewed in it. We don't use much of the tea bags. We use the brewed tea.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm always interested on how the different countries serve their teas, because there are different rituals and different ways of serving it, right?
Yes.
I know that I've gotten tea from all different areas of the country around the world. So I've gotten tea from Japan, China, India, and they all drink it different. So do you guys do the milk tea? Have you ever heard of the milk tea?
No, I've not heard of that.
No. So apparently that takes like 6 hours to make.
Yes.
So what message would you like to give to everybody today, Jack? With everything you do in life, what is your message to the world?
My message to the world is that each and every child deserves an opportunity. When we talk about opportunity, many kids are out there suffering because they lack the opportunity, they lack the platform which can give them the second chance. The moment we can give them the second chance, we can give them the opportunity, we can give them the platform in which they can redefine their lives, then they can be able to find hope at the end. Because some of the kids are out there because they have been chased from their houses. Some have no place to call home. Some, after being orphaned, they cannot be allowed to be with their relatives because the economy is also doing badly. So no more families are allowing more to be in their families. So you find some kids are very bright, some girls are very bright, but people are taking advantage of them, and that's why you find a lot of problems, a lot of child sexual abuse, because the kids, some of them are being lured because of very small things, the sweets, and also being promised very things which they think they can be able to achieve in the shortest time possible. So the message that I need to do outside, or to give people outside here, that let us give the kids a second chance. These kids, some of them are very bright and they can prosper more than what we think, more than even us. They can prosper, they can go beyond what we've achieved. They are very bright and they have the minds to know what is wrong and what is right. Let us give them the second chance, and the second chance is only through education. Because when you are educated, no one can take what knowledge, or no one can take the knowledge that you've acquired through education. The rest can be taken away from you, but not knowledge. The knowledge that you acquire, no one can take it from you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jack. And like I said, I'm going to put the website back up again, just so everybody can see these incredible kids that Jack is making a difference on. And if you'd like to know more, just reach out to Jack, and he will let you know all the good stuff, where he needs the help, where he needs the donations. And he's a friendly guy. So Jack's easy to talk to, and you can message him and reach out to him. These kids are incredible. And this organization, Jack, is truly incredible. You are making a huge difference. We need more people like you out there to be doing these things for these children.
Thank you so much. And what I need to tell you people is that we cannot do it alone. We need all of you, minds, finances, and also ideas. We cannot do it without you. So welcome to Light Uriri, www.lighturiri.org.
So where did you get the name from, Jack?
Yeah, when we talk of light, light is a sign of hope. When we sleep in the dark. And when we are in the rural areas, it is total darkness. It's not like in the cities where we see a bit of light. So when we see light, it is a means of hope. You wake up in the morning and you hear the birds sing and you wake up. So that's what we mean by light. Thank you.
I really like the name. I like the name Light. I like anything that's bright.
Yeah, light is associated with the orange, and that's our brand color. When you talk of orange, it means you have hope. It means there's sunrise. So sunrise, when you look at it, it's orange. And that's what we mean by light, home of hope. So we have hope when we see orange color. We have hope when we see light. And we have hope when we see kids. Because there's second chance through people like you who make things work for us.
Well, thank you. And I'm just going to share the incredible, like Jack was saying, orange. This is why his poster is orange, because this is his favorite color. Yes. And this is their color. And I truly am amazed on how important you are making a difference in these children's lives, Jack. Like really, really amazing. And I'm glad that you reached out to me and we got to make this friendship. And is there anything you would like to see from me to help you?
One I'd like to see from me is that spread more information about us. And the issue of the candle and the book. If you look at our logo, we have a candle and a book. When you talk of the candle, that's the mostly common source of lighting in our rural setup. It's not the electricity. So when you see a candle and the book is what our most rural communities use, and that's why we form our logo using the candle and the book, because the electricity comes on later. So that's the first step in bringing light, hope to people. So one thing I love to see from you is spread more information about ourselves,
Okay.
spread more information about what we do, and spread more information about how to get in touch with us. With that, we are all sorted.
And that I can do for you.
Yes, I am very sure and I believe in you, Liz. Another thing, I much appreciate the opportunity. This is the first time I've had an opportunity to talk with someone directly from Canada on Zoom meeting. This is the first time. So I don't take this for granted. I repeat, I don't take it for granted. May you be blessed and pass on the information about light reading.
Well, thank you again. And I really am honored to have incredible guests that have come onto my platform, including yourself and many others. And that's what my goal is. My goal is to get as many different flavors out here and many amazing organizations, foundations, movements, individual stories. You don't have to be a founder to be on Tea Time. You can be anyone out there because we all have a story. We're all making a difference in our own ways. And we need to bring that light. We need to bring that hope. We need, especially at this time, we need that inspiration to keep moving, the motivation. I myself struggle with certain things, and I need to push myself. And by having these tea times, it's a push for me. It keeps me going. So again, Jack, thank you so much for joining me today for Tea Time. And if you have any special messages for the little kids out there that might get to see this, because I'm going to send a video to you so you can share it with them, what message would you have for the children?
For the children is that there is hope. They should never tire up. And one thing they need to use, the best tool that they can use is their voice. Kids need to have a voice in development and social matters that affect them. It's the voice, because the kids cannot own property, but their voice can take them far.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the little ones are going to like this too, because I'm going to send you the video, and you can use the video for anything to get your organization out there, because you are doing an incredible job. Again, Jack, keep up the good work and keep being you.
I must say, I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to working with you and deepening the partnership further. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jack. And to all the viewers out there who have joined in today and watched, thank you again for all your support. And if you'd like to see any of these tea times and you miss one, don't think you can't see it. Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Check out all the incredible tea times. There is over 40 amazing tea guests on there. And again, Tea Time is not about Miss Liz. Tea Time is about the guests that come on my platform. So if you'd like to be on Tea Time, you can reach out as well. And Jack, thank you so much again. And I'm going to see you all on Monday with another incredible guest, Dr. Devara. She's also a co-author that I've co-authored in along. So we're kind of gem sisters. And she's going to be sharing on beauty with purpose. And it's not just beauty products. These products actually save girls from sex trafficking. So these are stories that we need out there. We need to save these children's lives. We need to save women's lives. We need to save men's lives. We need to start saving people. So those are the guests that I have coming up. I have different flavors. I have authors coming on. I have a DNA lady coming on who will be sharing about ancestries, how to connect families. I am bringing you guys a bunch of different flavors. So if you don't like one tea time, you'll like the next tea time. I guarantee. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining me, Jack, for tea time. And we will make a difference one cup of tea at a time. And I'm going to close the show off with just a little bit on all the incredible guests that Miss Liz has had over the time. So I'm going to get you that right now. And I'll see you on Monday at 2 p.m.
I'll be willing to watch and view.
For sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just going to get this going.
Divine energy. Divine energy and beyond. That's a good title. Yeah. It's a good title.
And I'm going to just redo this. We're going to close this. I am doing a different layout, so I want to do YouTube. So Jack, could you share a little bit more on how to reach you by the website? Maybe give out the website.
Okay, you can. Okay, we have the website. We also have the Facebook. Facebook is Jack Bambo. Instagram is Jack Bambo, and also Twitter is Jack Bambo. So everything is Jack Bambo. JACKBAMBO. Jack Bambo. So that's what we use for the Twitter, Facebook, and also Instagram. For the website is www.lighturiri.org. Then to sum it up, please share until the button of sharing is over.
And I will stare away. And with that, we're going to close tea time up with what Miss Liz is all about.
Miss Liz, tea time, yeah, making a difference, one cup at a time. Tea time, yeah, Miss Liz, tea time, yeah, making a difference, one cup at a time. Tea time, yeah. So be sure to grab your tea, grab a seat, and tune in to Miss Liz. Tea time, making a difference, one cup at a time. Tea time, yeah. Tea time.
Thank you, Miss Liz. Making a difference, one cup of tea at a time.